Hello, heroes and villains. Welcome to Multiverse. I've seen a lot of people who had questions about once you do the introduction mission, what next? What do you do after that? So, once you're done with the introductory mission, obviously you could go to the on duty menu. From the on duty menu, you have the Day of Reckoning mission. So, you have the solo, you have the alert, and you have the two raids. But there is also missions in the open world. It's something that is not really indicated anywhere. I think you get a vague line from Constantine, and once you finish the main mission, Constantine says something about go out there and do some good or something like that. And what he actually means is that there are some NPCs in the open world that will give you some missions. But if you don't know about that, I can understand the confusion. Like I know about that, and I still struggle to find them sometimes. Like here, you can see for some reason our friend Zatanna is not indicated in the open world map. So let's talk to Zatanna. Oh, gonna have to. Sadly, we did not get a dialogue with Zatanna, but let's go to our journal. We cannot trigger the dialogue again. So basically, the mission with Zatanna is the people of Karsnia. We have to aid and rescue citizens in Karsnia City. I will play the missions one at a time so that it gets not too confusing. But basically, there are a handful of missions we can get in this open world at this point.
You shall pay for this.
Oh, there we go. Let's go here. Should probably switch to DPS. It could probably be done as a troll as well, but as you saw, it took a bit of a while to try to defeat them. So it'll be a bit faster, and we need 100 of them. Although we're already at 26, so as you can see, it goes quickly enough. Oh, there's a civilian there. So obviously, as you can see, there's a whole bunch of evil NPCs we have to defeat, but there's also civilians that we can try to help, but it was a trap. Evil villains laying a trap for us.
Syndicate, freeze!
Almost there, stone target. So even though there's a few people doing the same quest, there is enough NPCs that we can progress pretty quick. We don't have to compete against the other players too much. And now we can return to Zatanna. I don't usually play with the music, but I thought we could have the music for this DLC.
I'm glad you were able to help those people today. If Faust sends more of his goons to raise hell around here, we'll be ready.
So next, there is our friend Etrigan that gives us a mission. So if we go over here, and once you play the introductory mission, you should know where the NPCs are. But again, understand if you only played the mission once.
Demons roam the land. Save the locals from this hellish band.
If you only played the mission once, yeah, you may not remember exactly where they are. And you may not realize that they are quest givers. The introductory mission is to introduce you to the DLCs, to the various objectives, and the various quest giver. But they don't really explain that. They just have you play the mission, talk to various NPCs, and it's only later on that you realize that some of them were actually quest givers.
Hey, I remember you from that thing with the Magians.
And usually there's not too much lag in the open world when you fight those NPCs, but once in a while it could happen. Like at some point there was some uber lag.
Those Magian guys brought in all these demons? One of them said they were gonna feed me to someone called Reckoning. Gross.
At some point there was some uber lag because the servers were about to crash. So here you can see right now there's about 12 phases. At some point there was like 70 phases. I exaggerate a bit, but at some point there was a lot of phases. And right now there's a maximum of 25 people per phase. Although it used to be 30, I think. They did lower it a bit because of the uber lag. Or was it 50? Anyways.
I was going to help Voivode out, but these guys jumped me. If you see her, tell her I'm all in. This is my city too.
Sadly, we're not going to see Voivode again. Poor little guy. No one told him. It's one of the weird thing about the storyline is that there's no aftermath. There's no like Voivode is dead.
What the hell? Again? I haven't seen Voivode, have you? I'm starting to get worried.
See, Voivode is dead and no one seems to know about it. Now, there's a rumor, like people are speculating that we might see Voivode again, seeing how the evil Neron is involved.
Demonic plans were made undone. Thanks to you, this battle's won.
Luckily, we don't have... I don't know why sometimes for some missions, you have to go to your journal, and then you have to complete the mission from there. Luckily, it's not the case here. There's also the mission here with the demons, but that will deserve its own video at some point. So the quest giver is that little lady over here, but we'll do that one some other time. And then there's also other missions been given to the other end of the map. Yeah, sadly the quest givers are spread all over the place. And I could see that be a bit confusing thanks to the forest. So here we see our friend Deadman. And there's also the mayor who gives you a quest to fight the evil Solomon Grundy.
I've never been a fan of people who punch down, and that's just what the Magians are doing to the local spirits. Go and put a stop to that.
So the follower of Faust's. So we have to calm down distressed spirits.
I am at peace, once again.
I am at peace, once again.
Oh, I was just so angry.
So again, we need 100, but as you can see, it goes up pretty quick. Depending on which NPCs and the objectives and all that, sometimes you'll get more than just one. Like if you remember, we did do a similar mission in the introductory mission.
Your efforts are wasted.
We cannot be stopped.
I can rest. Thank you, stranger.
Almost there. It's a bit strange also. Theme-wise, this would have been a great DLC to be released for Halloween. Although I guess it must be challenging to make sure that the DLC will be released for Halloween.
I was just
Because if they were planning to release, let's say, 3 DLCs per year, and this DLC was supposed to come out for Halloween, but then they ended up producing only 2 DLCs per year, so this DLC, instead of being released for Halloween, is released now.
Thank you for this. I can finally rest.
Thank you for this. I can finally
Thank you
rest.
for this. I can finally rest. Now I can rest. Thank you, stranger.
So let us go see our friend, Deadman.
On behalf of the local spirits, I'm here to say nice work and thanks.
So these are the daily missions that you can play with the Day of Reckoning DLC. And again, there's our friend the Mayor, who gives a weekly mission.
That damn wizard turned a giant zombie loose in here. Can you do something about it? Please.
So the Mayor gives the mission to go fight the evil Solomon Grundy. Sadly, Grundy is a pretty tough opponent, so you will pretty much need a group to be able to defeat him. And there is also the Battle of the Damned, as I mentioned. Basically, there's a whole bunch of evil demons that you have to fight, or zombies. And in order to be able to do that, you have to talk to Lady Kaznia, and she'll grant you a weekly mission where you have to talk to the Infernal Wisp. It will turn you into some sort of a demon. And the Deathly Wisp will turn you into some sort of zombie. And you need both. You need to use both the demon. You have to use the demon. You need 150 objectives. Then you have to use the Wisp. And again, you need 150 objectives. And this is a weekly mission. And one more thing. There's a little Easter egg over here. It's something they've done for the past, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 maps. I forget. If you go to the map all the way over here, so you will see there's a little Easter egg over here. We showed him before in some previous DLC. So there's a little pet rock over here that you can find. We had him in a few Washington DC map. We also had it in the previous map, the Gotham Apocalypse map. And now, here it is. And it does give you a feat. So if you want to have an easy feat, just come and see the pet rock, and there you have it. So there you go, guys. So these are the daily missions in the open world that you can play. Obviously, there are missions also in the on-duty menu that you can play, but here we're looking specifically at the open world, because I saw a lot of comments in the forums where people were asking, once we play the introduction mission, what do we do? So here we are.